Welcome, YouTube friends and family, to today's kind of serious edition of the Wellness Homesteader. And I kind of debated on whether or not to bring you this video, but I think if it could help someone, I wanted to bring it. So I am going to insert a clip right here of something that happened at my home. And thank you, Lord, nothing bad happened. The gentleman did not get in, but I want to show you the value of having cameras on your property. So stay tuned. So once I realized I was in bed, y'all, I'm just going to be honest about it. And once I realized what happened, I called the police. And let me just tell you all something. Don't be afraid to use 911. Of course, you don't want to use it frivolously, but if you're frightened, if you sense there could be danger, use 911. That's what it is for. So we have a very lovely police force here. I have nothing but good. They were here in like 30 seconds. And I'm only inserting one of some of the videos that were captured. But why do I think that this person was intent on getting into the house? What can you do about it? And what are just some good general precautions? Because I think sometimes I live in a very small town in a very safe area. So people can get complacent. I know there's a lot of people in this town who don't lock their doors. I have just purchased my 6th camera, but I have 5 cameras active, and I have an active security system. I have glass break sensors, I have fire sensors. It's not hooked to a landline. Cutting the electricity or anything like that is not going to stop the alarms. So, a couple key things. If you noticed in the video that I did share, and the guy was here for a while and he was back and forth, checking out the front door. One of the things is, who comes to somebody's front door with a flashlight? And it wasn't a delivery person. He had like a hoodie, I hope that's all it was, over his arm. And he actually opened the screen door. So that is my suggestion to you, number one. And actually I have the glass in it, but the storm door, I guess you call it. Keep that locked, y'all. I don't, because operator error, sometimes I have trouble getting the lock unlocked. It's just kind of a unique thing about the particular door that I have. But, you know, if they have to break your glass storm door, number one, my glass break sensors are gonna go off. And number two, I'm gonna hear that, right? Because the gentleman didn't really make noise. The second thing that I noticed, and something to know, is it is common for people up to no good, let's just call them that, to take that flashlight. If you have a Ring doorbell, I have a UV system, and they'll shine it into the camera, because then the camera gets kind of bleached out and it doesn't produce a very good picture. And if you notice, he went all up around the door. Well, I'm not going to post all the videos. I just want you all to take it seriously. So because of that, I decided, and let me grab this. Y'all know I can't have everything, even when it's a talkie talk video. I ordered another Eufy camera. Now they have some that have motion sensitive lights. I have a lot of outdoor lighting, which I may start using more of. But if you have your camera not just at the doorbell, mounted up high, they may not even be aware. Pardon me. Still have the hiccups. They may not even be aware that they're being filmed. I have an area that isn't as well covered, so that's the purpose of another camera. So you don't have to hardwire them. Y'all, it literally takes Uncle Steve 5 minutes. He'll be here next Saturday. God love Uncle Steve. He's probably like, really, Kym? Because I need new toilet guts. We're going to take apart the baby coop because the girls don't use it anymore. So I'll save it for when I get new baby chickens, right? And he's going to install this camera, but it's quick, it's easy to mount. This one is solar powered. You can get hardwired, but the value, y'all, of having that eye watching at all times, I can't say enough good about it. I have a little kitty, a little girl kitty. I call her my kitty. She's not my kitty, but she kind of lives here. She loves the chickens, and she will set off the coop camera because I have a camera on the coop in case Fox comes. And she's a little bitty thing. Like, she's the size of Winona, right? So when she goes trekking across the yard, boom, get the notification. So having those notifications where you can access them on your phone so you don't have to like beam up your computer every time. Eufy has a great app if you're picking up a lot of ancillary motion, which I may with this new camera because of traffic, but we're gonna see. You can block out certain areas, so the road, in other words. So the cop gave me a couple pieces of advice that I don't agree with. So I'm going to be all sassy and I'm going to tell you what I think. So the first thing that he said, and it was really cute because he's a cat lover. He has a cat. He had to show me pictures of his cat. Frankie was like, I know like you. You're a big, scary man. He wouldn't even let him pet his head. He was like, I think not. Anyway, he said, well, you should lock yourself in the bedroom at night. And I was like, okay, I'm not living in fear. And Frankie would have an absolute meltdown because I can't go to the restroom and shut the door. And when I have guests, I'm like, just ignore the cats because he doesn't have claws pawing at the door because he wants to know what you're doing in there and he'll get over it. But I would never lock my cat out, nor would I lock him in case he had to use the restroom. I do not want a litter pan in the bedroom. I don't want to have food in multiple places. So that's kind of a personal choice, but I also don't want to be so paranoid. I want to be careful, but I don't want to be so paranoid that I can't enjoy my life. So I do have, and I've shared before, I have an escape plan. So I have the ladder I can throw out the window. I don't have a screen in that window for that reason. I can also, help me Jesus, I could climb onto the roof, just out the front window and onto the roof. But once I'm there, I'm trapped on a high roof, and that might make me a sitting duck, in other words. So, and I'm not going to go, YouTube doesn't like a lot of this talk, but I'm just going to say, have some form of protection, y'all, whatever you're comfortable with. I was raised with firearms. I have a healthy respect for them, but where I disagreed was the guy said, well, just, if somebody gets in here, you just shoot to, oh, wait, gotta think of the term he used. Not shoot to kill, but shoot to slow them down, disable them for the moment. And I disagree with that, y'all. Because if someone is after me, I mean, they can have anything in my house because I have nothing. I mean, I have a lot of stuff, but I have nothing of value that a burglar would want. There's no money here. There's nothing great here, right? If they were after me, I absolutely would not fire a weapon unless my intent was to completely stop them. And I'll just leave that at that. Now, maybe your abilities won't allow you to use a firearm. Maybe have some mace, a baseball bat, whatever it is that will help you feel more protected, I think is a good thing. I've also had an ADT security system for the 23, almost 24 years I've lived here. Now, originally, and there's many companies, I'm just sharing what I have. It was all landline, so that wasn't good because somebody could cut your landline. Now everything is cellular. It's not electric dependent. It has a backup battery. So if anything happens, plus I have a generator, if anything happens where someone gets past the outdoor security things that I have in place, it's gonna hoot. And I personally have the ADT sign, I have the ADT stickers. I also have a sticker warning anyone who's up to no good that I am armed and I will defend my property. I'm hoping I'm getting by all the little YouTube-y things, right? So they can't say they didn't know because it's right there at the front door. And there's also one on the back door should they decide to do that. There are some other devices. Maybe you're like, I don't want to invest in a security system, or maybe you rent. There are like bar locks. You can do something as simple as take a broomstick if you have the raise up kind of windows. I keep my windows locked, but you can put a post in so that they can't get it up, or if they try to get it up, it's probably going to break the glass, thus alerting you. I think the biggest thing is just not living in fear, but making sure you're taking those little precautions. Lock your doors, lock your windows. If something doesn't seem right, like you've been out and you come home and something seems off, call the police. Don't take it upon yourself to investigate. Now, I might watch a little too much crime TV, but y'all, I have to tell you, this scared me. It really did. Number one, I didn't know until I saw the footage. I didn't hear him. I didn't know he was here. And if you listen real closely to the clip, he goes, huh, when he walks away. Now, the cop's theory was, oh, he was just looking for a house. He was looking for your house number. No, he wasn't. He wasn't. The house number is on the porch, and the house number is on the mailbox. And anybody with GPS is going to know if they have the address. I only live 12 miles from Springfield. I know it's been in the news a lot. I'm not going to get into it, but there has been a lot of refugees that have come in. Is this related to that? Highly, highly doubt it. I just doubt it. I don't think the person looked Haitian, and from my understanding, they're staying 12 miles up the road and beyond. So I'm not, and I don't mean to sound prejudiced because I'm not. I love all color skinned people. I don't care if you're purple polka dot. I just know that there has been an increase in crime in that area. Another little thing I want to leave you with. Uncle Steve called me yesterday, and y'all know he's not my uncle. He's the chicken's uncle's why I call him Uncle Steve. He was sharing with me his son attends a university here in town, considered very, very safe, and 3 different students went 3 different places on 3 different Facebook Marketplace ads and were held at gunpoint. I was like, don't tell me anymore, don't tell because it freaks me out. So if you are prone to do like Facebook Marketplace pickup, y'all, don't just do it in a parking lot. Go meet them at the police station. That's the best advice I can give you. I'll meet you in front of the police station. If it's not good, they won't show. I'll meet you in the lobby of the fire department or inside of a store like a Walmart or something like that. Don't meet them in the parking lot. Y'all just, no, don't do it. So those are my tips for the day. I had kind of a rough day yesterday. I wasn't feeling really great. I'm going to just tell you guys honestly. That's kind of the nature of getting implants. If you see, I've got just a little bit of swelling right here, which is no big deal. Nothing was wrong, but I've weaned off the steroids. So as expected, a little bit of swelling came back, and it's nothing like what it was at first, but it's still sore. And I find that acidic foods like Sloppy Joe, when it gets on the raw areas, it's not real pleasant. So I kind of took my down day yesterday, and I watched quite a bit of YouTube, and that was really nice to get caught up on a few things. Right now, this came last night, but I'm going to go ahead and charge it. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm going to charge this. I've already been out, and I know I said I wasn't going to do it when it's dark, but I got worried about my girly girls. So I went out and checked them. They're totally fine. I'll check them again once, you know, the sun is up. I didn't give them their treats last night, so they're kind of pouting. But, you know, some days I was just so exhausted. I'm like, I'm not going back out there again. So I hope these little tips and tricks, at least having a plan of what you would do should something happen, being aware of your surroundings, keeping your car locked, keeping your garage locked. When I had my security system upgraded, I actually added alarms on the garage and a fire alert system as well, just for peace of mind kind of a thing. So, you know, just be alert, guys. Don't take for granted because you live in a safe area that you're necessarily not going to ever run into a circumstance like this. Now, what has happened? Well, of course, I let my neighbors know, and they have no clue who the dude is either. They hadn't seen them. I gave the caution to please make sure you're alert and you lock your doors and windows. The police have all of the video. That's another great thing about the UFI system. You just download it right on your phone, zipped it off via email. So now they have a very good, if you look, because when he left, finally, when that camera lit up brightly, when he moved the flashlight off of it, and very clear picture of his face. So if he's up to no good in the area, or the officers see him, he will be stopped and questioned. And, you know, while he didn't commit a crime, I think he didn't commit a crime because he realized there were cameras, there's a security system, and as I said, the warning that if you come in, I have something special for you. Take that, YouTube. All right, guys. I know this is an extra video. I know it's a little bit different video. I hope it doesn't upset anybody. If you have any other tips or tricks, please, please drop them below and stay safe out there. I just pray every night that the Lord will keep me safe. And as I said, I'm not living in fear, but I'm going to take my reasonable precautions. So I will see you again very soon, probably Tuesday, because this is an extra video. Miss my steroids. But at any rate, I hope you will be healthy, well, blessed, and safe, and I will see you again very soon. So take care.